Desperate single dad. In the early days of man, created in the lab. Science. A pack of wild dogs to aid us in our fight. Attack the mayor now! We'll defy racial wars. What's the greatest project down? A sacrifice to something planet must be made to save our phones. I'll fight that bitch in court for custody of my son.
He's 23.
Something planet, you're my golden boy. What have we done? What have we done? I murdered my only son. SomethingPlanet.com has just begun.
Something Planet was filmed in front of a live studio audience.
Something Planet Podcast, episode number 541. Welcome to it. I am your host, John Jay. Thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for listening. And thank you to all the new subscribers we've been getting. We got our first episode of the holiday season right now. And I am pleased to bring onto the show my buddies, Nathan Doherty and David Russell.
What up?
Hey.
First of all, congratulations. You guys just had a successful run of Evil Dead the Musical. I know we talked about it a few weeks ago, and I had, I had David the day in, and I had the star of the show, Stephen Fox, to talk about the show.
Oh, man.
Wow.
I knew that was going to be a point of contention.
Yeah.
Wow, I'm impressed.
It's not like he's on stage for the entire show.
Yeah, he's not. It's not like he's in
not
every
like he's playing
scene.
Ash in the show.
They're the only. I think the only scenes that he's not in is like the one where you get introduced, right?
Yeah, there's very few scenes where he's not in. Whereas I'm spending an entire act backstage just like, you know, rethinking the wheel. Yeah.
But still, congratulations on the show. And I mean, you were kind of a scene stealer, man, kind of a show stealer.
I do enjoy to eat. Thank you. I appreciate that.
Nathan, you were the musical director.
I was, yes. I was the guy in the background making sure that the tunes sounded nice.
Yes.
He did. And they did.
And they did sound very nice.
Did.
We had a very talented vocal cast for that show, and yeah, it was fun. And I told Dave during the rehearsal process, I'm like, you just do whatever you want. Like, if I'm going to tell you what to do, it's not going to matter. Do what you want because it's funny, and it was. And you're the only people that I would like be totally fine with doing crazy high riffs and be like, he'll come.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I'm the way I like to go now that I'm an old cranky man that doesn't care anymore. I start with a very, very big circle, and I expect to run into a wall. Like, I want somebody to tell me, no, like, Dave,
that's too much.
Far.
That's
too far. Yeah. And eventually, the circles.
That's kind of what I rely on a performance as well. Like, I need somebody to tell me to back the fuck off a little bit.
And it's
You're being too much right now.
Right. It's easier to tell somebody to pull back than it is to tell them to go harder, I think.
Yeah, that's true.
Because it's harder to get more out of them. But if they've already got a lot, you can just pull it back. It's so much easier. You can refine it. But yeah, it was a lot of fun. Evil Dead was great.
Yeah, so now we're out of the Halloween season and we're into the Christmas season, and you guys are doing a show.
We are. Fuck you, Thanksgiving.
Yeah. Well, Thanksgiving, do you want to talk about Thanksgiving real quick? Because I feel like it gets a bad rap because of where it is in the calendar.
It's in that weird,
it's in a weird in between. Like, Halloween is really fun. Christmas is really fun. Thanksgiving is kind of just like,
it's like
we're going to eat.
Jan of holidays.
Yeah. It's like, we're going to get sick.
Well, I think it's that holiday to remind you that you can eat in between drinking.
That's it's not all just point. I mean, I drank plenty on Thanksgiving as well.
Wild turkey exists for a reason.
It does. I actually had some whiskey, which I'm not typically a whiskey person.
Oh, you're not a whiskey person.
My wife is. I'm the fruity drink guy.
Yeah.
Aaron, my wife
what's your favorite holiday drink?
Oh, man. I would say favorite holiday drink. Anything with peppermint in it.
Peppermint something.
Oh, all about that.
Martini or hot chocolate with something in there.
Yes, for sure. Absolutely. The more spiked, the better. And a lot of these like pop-up holiday bars are starting to show up in like every bar I've ever seen.
Oh, yeah.
Like, there's this pop-up bar now. And some
that's a
on Instagram, told people to go check it out, and now it's sold out of everything. We've done that a few times.
I think that's like a concept that they started in like Tokyo a few years back, where because like I guess Japanese people are just now getting into the Christmas spirit, or like the past 10 years or whatever, like because they never celebrated it before because most of them aren't Christian,
right?
But now they're like really getting into the commercial aspect of it.
Good for them.
Well,
It's more like Valentine's Day for them.
yeah, they KFC is huge.
Yeah, they love KFC
And it's KFC and cake.
and cake.
Yeah, they eat a cake, and like there's entire KFC meal plans around the whole concept. I want to do it so bad.
Yeah, I mean, Christmas in Tokyo, I bet
Yeah.
would be badass.
Yeah.
Oh, I would love to go. My wife and I have been wanting to visit all the Disney parks and visiting the Disney parks in Japan.
Yeah.
Oh, so good. So that's definitely on the bucket list.
Yeah, Disney isn't even in Tokyo. I think.
Yeah, there's Tokyo.
Yeah, they got a
Disney.
Tokyo.
Oh no,
Disney-
it's Tokyo. No, it's Universal Studios that isn't in Tokyo.
Yes. Mhm.
Yeah, that's in some other Osaka.
Yeah, Christmas in Tokyo, by the way, sounds like an amazing band name.
That is it. That should be the band name.
It's a great band name.
It's a great, or like a Hallmark original movie
Yeah.
starring the worst people you've ever met.
I've already watched a couple of those so far.
Oh, yeah?
We can get to it at the end of the show, but me and my wife did watch Hot Frosty. Okay, this is the #1 hit. It is now rated. It is now rated the best movie ever rated on Rotten Tomatoes, above The Godfather.
Oh, really?
No,
Yeah, it beat The Godfather.
I have to watch it now.
So it's basically it's about Frosty the Snowman, but he's abs. He's got abs, and
Like he just wakes up and he crunches.
yeah. Well, he's a snowman, but he looks like a dude, and he doesn't wear a shirt because he's hot all the time because
Nice.
he's made of snow.
Nice.
Yeah, I get.
I want to be at that pitch meeting. That
Yeah.
got green lit.
That
from
Coke-
that dis-
Coke-addled pitch meeting.
Yeah,
You
so
want to
you're
talk
gonna
about
love
letting
this.
it snow?
It's like Frosty the Snowman, but he fucks.
That's right.
Well, there's this movie that's out right now. It's called like Red One, and it's like this like
Yeah.
super action
Yeah,
heavy.
it's the Marvel Christmas movie.
And
Yeah, it's
my
got
wife-
Captain America in it.
Yeah,
Oh
yeah.
yeah, we want to see it so bad. We're like, let's get really drunk and
Yeah.
go see Red One.
Yeah, you
I think
gotta
it's
do a
like
couple
J.K.
8 balls.
Simmons,
Yeah.
and- oh,
Oh, I guarantee that they're gonna have the peppermint Christmassy drinks at the movie theater for you.
they will. They're going to be
100%.
$19.
Yeah, they're
for this
$19
Yeah.
a piece, but they're delicious.
You can day drink before that.
one. Oh yeah.
Yeah, as long as you're going to see a holiday movie.
Which we will. A couple of years ago, we went to New York City for New Year's Eve, and they
Okay.
had this thing called Frosty's Christmas Bar, and it was a 3-story. I can't remember what bar they took over in New York City, but it was the most ridiculously themed I've ever seen in my life. There was 3 floors of drinking. The bottom floor was a Christmas rave.
Okay.
Which was
You
What
got
is
my
it?
attention.
and that was, I mean, and that's very New York City from what I've been
Yeah,
told.
yeah.
But like, it was just insane, and the drinks were like $26 a piece, and
Yeah.
it was very, very well themed. They probably made $1 billion on this fucking thing, but like, people love it, and if they
Yeah.
can theme something, why not?
I went to that the Christmas bar in New York.
Yeah.
Have you?
No,
You know
I've
what I'm
not.
talking about? It's this like over the top, like coked up German. Like I can't even imagine like your grandmother's basement. Okay, imagine a basement.
Okay.
First, which is tough in Florida. I understand that.
I am from Florida, but I've been in a basement.
You've been in a basement. Okay.
Yeah.
You know how like they just stack Christmas decorations?
Oh, yeah.
They're waiting.
Right.
That's what the whole bar looks like. It's just layers upon layers upon layers upon layers. And there's a line to get in. You have to buy a ticket to get into this bar.
Oh wow, damn.
Wait in line. Like we waited in line for like 45 minutes and they just like shuffle you through this and it's insane. It's like a stalactite, stalagmite, like caked on calcified amount of like Christmas
Decorations.
Yeah, and you're just like touching it and feeling it, and they make you buy this shitty drink. Like that's
what, one drink minimum?
Yeah, there's a 1 drink minimum, and it's like $25, and you get like some spearmint oil in whiskey.
Wow.
we
and-
did.
yeah.
We did the one at Tropicana Field.
Oh,
Enchant?
Enchanted.
Enchanted,
Yeah.
which was like like Hallmark jizzed all over a baseball stadium.
It is.
It was like it was basically just like worshiping consumerism.
Yeah.
The entire thing.
Without like taking a real stand on Christmas. They're like, look,
yeah, like
you know,
Jesus
snow and
was
shit.
not here. Yeah.
We went to it in one of its earliest iterations of it at the Trop, rest in peace. And we went to the big opening for it, and it was at one point we were walking through this maze because it was very much like a heavy maze,
Yeah.
and we got to it, and there was no one there but one employee, and he's just standing there, and we're like,
Hey.
hello, and he goes,
good?
hi. And he's fully themed in like this like almost Wicked Oz character looking you shall not. No, he was just sitting there like, hey.
That's always worst when there's like a costume character that no one gives a shit about. That's always the saddest thing where it's like, ew, get away.
I did costume characters at Busch Gardens. Trust me, I understand. Nobody cares about those costume characters.
You would relate to that.
Yeah. Well, I mean, people under the age of 8, they like it.
I mean, they like the idea of it, but they don't know who the hell you are.
Right. Like that guy
I'm
smells weird.
Gina the giraffe. Who? And I would always because they would walk by and they're like, oh, Jeffrey the giraffe from Toys R Us. And I had a name tag on, like it said Gina. I would rip it off and just throw it at them.
So why don't you do this anymore?
Whatever happened.
Whatever happened to this
just
gig?
Stomp my foot like, no, look, check the name, bitch. Gina.
And that's kind
you
of
may go.
That's kind of from our experiences doing these sorts of things is why we came up with the show.
Yes.
And what we're doing.
Look at you bringing it back around.
I was about to go there for you. You guys are being too interesting though. I was just letting you go.
We've been called worse.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, like because being performers for as long as we have, we know what people are expecting when it comes to the holidays.
Right.
So I think you came up with this idea last year.
I did. I was like, look, I want to do a show. I want to host a burlesque show, and basically it was like just the crazy Uncle Dave Titty Christmas show.
Right.
Crazy Uncle Dave, mayor of Titty City.
Yeah, Mayor of Titty City Christmas show. Like, some booze, some boobs, like me just in a big old easy chair going, well, what'd you expect? Are you planning on getting Frank Sinatra drunk or Dean Martin drunk? Oh, I will.
There's a big difference.
Yeah, I usually
you
split
pick one,
the
I'll
middle.
take the other.
Yeah, I've been drinking on stage for a while, and there is an entire subset. You have to learn. Drunk.
Yeah.
Well,
comedians, we do it on a regular basis.
But you don't start that
I started from day one. I was like, give me a beer. I'm nervous.
Yeah. Learning to play drunk is, it's fun. I highly recommend trying the experience, but don't expect to get paid at the end of it.
Yeah, you could. Well,
you got to pay the venue back for all the stuff.
Yeah.
There's a 1 to 2 drink window too, where you've just gone too far and it's noticeable.
Yeah, I have absolutely blacked out entire musical sets. Killed an entire bottle of Kettle at a bar in Key West.
Yeah. Well, I think when you're with a band, it's more expected than doing theater or something like that.
Yeah. I don't think I've ever been at intermission of Beauty and the Beast, throwing them back, going, what the fuck's about to happen in Act 2?
I've worked in theater companies where people during intermission were doing shots in the parking lot.
Doesn't surprise me. And depending
children's
on the
shows. It's always children's shows. Children's shows performers are I'm going to say the worst, but I mean it in the best way possible.
You find a cast of some children's production of Charlotte's Web at a library in a parking lot. They're probably doing Blow.
Touring children's productions,
oh,
man.
God.
It's a bunch of day shows.
You've got to be on 24/7.
So they're on and they're dealing with kids, and then at night,
and they're hungover from the night before.
Yes. Oh my goodness,
man! They hung out at the cast party at Applebee's a little too long.
Yes,
yeah.
Those 2-for-1 margaritas that get you, dude.
They do.
So to answer your initial question, I plan on legitimately drinking. I'm not going to Dean Martin the whole thing. This will be I'm in this to win this.
And doing it in a winery is also easy to do that in.
Yeah, they make their own wine at this place.
They do.
It's pretty fun.
And it's amazing. And they have a holiday sangria that we get every year, and we absolutely love it. So there'll be table service, actually, people coming out to the tables to serve, kind of like during my roast show.
Yeah.
And it's going to be a ton of fun. And a lot of it is improv. So a lot of the stuff that's happening during the show will be very contingent on the audience and how things go.
Yeah.
But
that's usually what I call things improv when I don't feel like writing.
Yes, and
that is also
that is exactly and we'll improv it. It'll be fine.
Yeah, it'll be fine. Let's do an improv.
We could dedicate the time to really sculpting this and making true art, or hear me out, 5 minutes of improv.
When me and my buddy Brad host we host the awards gala for the Dunedin International Film Festival, it's can we see your guys' notes for what you guys are going to do on stage? And we're like, no.
Nope.
Wait, other people have notes?
We
does
have
that?
notes, but they are only decipherable to us, and
Yeah.
it is not anything written out. It's just like, you know what this means, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I mean sometimes some of the best gold I've ever seen on stage or been a part of has been stuff we came up with last fucking minute.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so like when we're putting the show together, we do have a plot.
We have a structure.
It's there.
structured.
We have structure. But I'm just a big fan of like I've been a fan of the Jiminy Glick interview style and the Oh Hello on Broadway guys.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
Oh,
that-
yeah.
Oh,
The
it's
Too Much Tuna guys.
Too much tuna.
Yeah.
It is so much fun, and I'm like, this could be because Dave and I have known each other for a long time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we can feed off of each other and come up with fun things to talk about. And this is going to be just a big party. We wanted it to be a big, huge Christmas party with all of our friends and people who just don't know who the fuck we are, but thought, hey, let's just give it a shot.
Yeah.
See what the heck.
Well,
it
what are
is.
you guys calling the thing?
So the show is called Dave and Nathan's Blue Fucking Christmas Cabaret.
Yep.
We're going to be kind of annoyed that the promotional department didn't let us use
Yeah.
the actual word fucking in the promo, so we had to cross it out. But it's just a fun way for folks just to come back, sit, listen to some irreverent comedy and music, and there will be some original pieces and a live band. So
Yeah.
it's going to be...
What's the band looking like? Who all is in the band?
Well, you're looking at two of them. So
Okay.
Dave and I
Yeah.
both playing in the band, and then we have our friend Nico Remy on the drums. He's
Beast.
played with us for years and years, and Ice Quillets on the bass. And Ice has
Ice.
been playing with both of us for years. And
Yeah,
years.
yeah.
So they're both amazing. We have a few more special guests that are going to be jumping on to the show and performing, and people who we've performed with in the past.
Yep.
And yeah, it's going to be a ton of fun. We're doing a full ass scenic design in that space, which this will be the second time we've done a full set on that stage. And Aspirations has a really, really fun set that we
Yeah,
can, get
it's
stuff
nice.
built on. And they have a grid so we can hang lights and shit. It's going to be so much fun.
So the other trick when you're making a show is the improv thing, which
Yes.
we talked about, and also special guests. Like it's
Special
like,
guests.
Yeah, like what are we gonna do? Special guests.
That's what anytime you see
Yeah.
a live show on television and it says with special guests, that
Yeah.
means take the pressure off the host.
That's right.
It really is.
Take some of that pressure off, please.
We had our set like, okay, these are the things that we absolutely wanted to do in the show. Dave's got his sections, I've got my sections, and we're like, okay, let's just talk to some people, let's bring some friends
Yes.
in, and then see where it goes. Because the audience, one thing I've learned working in burlesque and like improv comedy is that people just love to be in the moment of something that they think probably will never happen again.
Yeah.
So we tell people
It
you're
is
gonna-
always fun.
It is always great, and because we're not touring this thing, we just wanted to do one performance of it and have a good time, and maybe do it again next year. But it was just our way of connecting to the audience, giving them something to laugh at, and that's why we're like, tickets are $10, VIPs are $20. Come in and get them. We've sold out a bunch of shows there before, so it's gonna
I think it's gonna be
awesome.
I think it's gonna be great. So
We're excited to have you in the show as well.
I'm one of those special guests.
Yes, you
That's
are.
right.
I am.
Thank you.
And I don't even know what I'm doing, but you guys said I could have free wine.
That's
yes,
right.
Yes, I have
Pop
wine
out
waiting
them
for you.
titties, kid.
Yeah, listen, I promise you. We did for my birthday this year. We did a birthday roast, and we did a benefit for the actual venue, so we could buy some more equipment. And they brought me an entire bottle of peach wine. And I was playing piano for the show too, so they gave me this like what you would usually use to like cool
A cooler.
champagne, like one of those. It was like one of those fancy champagne.
like a koozie?
No, it was like where they put all the ice. They put the
It's like
the
a
fancy
vase,
bucket.
but for
Yeah, the ice
wine.
bucket.
Yes, the roundabout way of me saying the word fucking bucket.
bucket.
I
bucket.
was trying to be fancy. They brought it to me and they gave me an entire bottle and it was already opened, ready to go with a glass. And they're like, "Have fun." I'm like, "Why? Okay." So I had an entire bottle of wine in the first hour of the show.
Yeah, he did.
It was crazy, but it was fun and we enjoyed it.
We had to remind him that there was another song at the end.
The set list still exists,
Yeah,
dumbass.
and I hadn't even seen the set list, and I was like, I think probably
I'm
another
pretty-
song.
yeah, probably one more.
Dave's one of those musicians where we'll have a set list, but we won't tell him, and then he'll just figure it out the
Yeah.
night of the show, and it'll be fine. It'll be great.
As far as burlesque is going, I like burlesque as much as the next guy. What do we got going on with that?
So, so there won't be too much of that in this show. However, we have some folks that have done in the burlesque world that are going to be there and might
right.
surprise us. But our MC, who does all of my burlesque shows in St. Pete, I run a burlesque series at the Palladium Theater in St. Pete.
Oh, great.
And my friend, her stage name is Poppy Bubbles. She'll be making an appearance as a angry Christmas elf in the show. I'm very excited about it. She'll be coming off of her shift at Countryside Mall and coming by and visiting the show. But there will be a lot of tiebacks to the burlesque industry. And there's so much cool burlesque happening in this area. Tampa Bay has become huge for it. And a lot
I've
of
heard
them are frequent a lot of our shows. So you never know who you might see at this.
Actually, we were going to talk to you about what we were going to have you do since you brought up burlesque.
Yes.
How do you feel about midriffs?
I've done a midriff before. I've done
Do you
done
just
drag
wake
before.
up and crunch every day?
Yeah.
I want the V. Like if you're going to do this, we need you to
not
have the
after,
V.
Mine's a W.
Not after Thanksgiving dinner and 14 beers. I don't think I'm gonna have the V.
That's right. Or the potbelly.
But yeah, I've done drag a handful of times before, and so yeah, I'm pretty comfortable doing silly, weird dress-up things. You know, it's just all about having fun, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's what they say.
Yeah.
Totally, for sure. Well, now that we know, be ready with your best
Good
boa.
notes.
Good notes. I'll make sure there's a ramp from the stage. It'll be great. I'm excited.
I always hear about how cool the burlesque scene is around here, and I'd like to get more stand-up comics involved with it. Honestly, I think throwing a couple of comedians in on a burlesque show just with like short sets or whatever can I think it can kind of just keep the night better paced, maybe. You know,
Agreed. Oh my God.
The full Mrs. Maisel experience.
Right,
Really?
right.
But that's the origins of burlesque, and what a lot of people actually don't understand is burlesque was more the slapstick comedy,
Right.
The scenes and skits, the pies in the face, that sort of shit was like the huge how burlesque was formed after vaudeville, and then obviously turned into modern day musical theater. So it's got that progression there, and when we've integrated comedic stuff into our burlesque shows, it's so much better. So you could probably even kind of consider this a burlesque style tribute show, because we've got a bunch of different things happening throughout the show, and the variety of it is where people are, can get excited about it. So there's always something different. We want curveballs to be around every corner, so you're not expecting the next bit that's going to happen.
I have no idea what's going to happen.
Same, which makes it even more interesting for us too, so we can have fun doing it.
Yeah, everyone, we can all be surprised together.
We're going to be surprised together. Welcome. Enjoy the journey down with us.
Our sound and light tech will be in the back going,
Nope.
okay, sounds good, great, whatever.
I mean, yeah, they're going. So
The guys are speaking and people are kind of laughing, so good. Keep it going.
let's give out more information about that. This is going to be
It is
the date?
Thursday, December 12th.
Thursday, December 12th. So that's in almost 2 weeks.
Yep, it's coming up.
Yeah, 10 days, sort of. And
10 days. Boy.
yeah, are we doing a rehearsal or we're just winging it?
Yes.
No,
we
we're
actually-
definitely rehearsing.
We're definitely rehearsing. We have a rehearsal with the full band on Wednesday this coming up week, and like I said, my wife's putting together the scenic design for the set. We actually went to Chat GPT and put it into their like image generator, just like a white trash Florida Christmas, just to get some ideas.
Yeah.
And because that's kind of the vibe that we're going for, is like just trashy Florida Christmas. And we found so many things that we're going to add to this. And we used that as like an idea generator and got some funny ideas for that.
Lazy to our core.
Extremely lazy. But we think people will enjoy that look and enjoy to see it. But yeah, tickets, the VIPs are already sold out.
Yeah.
So we have GAs left, but anywhere you sit in the theater or in the space is great. Like you'll be able to hear everything.
Well, you're going to get one of us in your faces.
Yes.
yeah, somebody's coming out into the audience for sure.
Absolutely. And we love working like audience stuff.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
Crowd work is so much fun. I
Yeah.
love just fucking with people that way.
Yeah. I'll let somebody touch my taint.
Your taint?
My taint.
Well, it's a Christmas miracle.
It is.
Or is it a war on Christmas? I don't know. It could be either.
A bit of both. You decide. Come see the show and you can decide.
So that's Thursday, December 12th at Aspirations Winery.
Yes.
It's kind of a hard fucking place to find.
Sure the fuck is.
But if you're familiar with West Coast Players Theater or you play disc golf, then you will know it's in that lot. Yeah.
Or you like good Mexican food.
That is a good Mexican food place.
Oh,
yeah.
right at the front?
Both
Oh,
of
yeah.
them. Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
Don Pancho and the was it
Oh, is there
Azteca?
two?
Yeah, there's two.
Oh,
There's a
yeah,
market
there's two.
that has
Yeah,
a
there's a
restaurant
market.
attached to
Yeah.
it, and the
No, I've had both.
you can
You're
eat.
right.
You can eat there.
That's
good
true.
stuff.
And then Aspirations Winery, it looks like a kind of a small place. And then I remember the first time I went there and I was like, where the fuck am I even going to perform?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then they're like, oh, come back this way. And then it's like a giant space. Like it's like a place that you would like have a wedding in, basically.
Oh yeah, they do lots
It's
of
a
events there
venue,
too.
yeah.
Yeah.
I've seen one day I was there working on something and they were like loading in a 50th birthday party, and they completely just like tore the inside of the room apart, brought in their own tables, brought in their own decor. It looked like a completely different spot. I've seen like small end like schools doing their like end of the year events and stuff.
Oh, that's
there.
cool.
So yeah, they do a lot of great stuff, and we started doing some like theater style shows in there. We did a murder mystery in there. We've done a Frank Sinatra show in there. We've done burlesque shows, and people really love that space. And because it's so close to a bar right there, like people can go in, grab the drinks that they want, and have a great time. So yeah.
Well, I am very much looking forward to it. Like I said before the show, I was Nathan asked me to do it, and I was like, oh yeah, my wife already wants to go to this, so I'm just gonna say yes.
Yeah.
You know what? Perfect. And you know, the spirit of it will just be come in, try. You know, we're going to say some offensive shit, and that's fine. We're not going to do political stuff. We're not going to go too crazy on that because we all know what the fuck's happening. So like, we're going to take an irreverent look at the things that are going on and just have fun for everybody.
I don't know if you guys are like me, but I'm kind of taking a break on politics for the holiday season. Like I need a couple months off, you know?
Oh no, I'm.
You're still going hard?
I'm plugged in. Like I have. Like it is a problem.
I took the news screen off my phone, like the skin off of there. I was just like, I can't look at these
I have
headlines
an
anymore.
entire monitor dedicated to just Reddit.
Oh no!
Oh no!
Yeah.
Why do you
I still have
yourself?
I still have the Reddit widget up, but my Reddit isn't all that political.
I have
so.
a full Reddit monitor and I have a full YouTube monitor.
Does not surprise me at all.
I am the worst. The worst.
We're gonna have that on the stage too.
Yeah.
It's just gonna be a going.
I look like I trade
scroll.
stocks. Like honestly, I have 4 monitors.
You're like, no, I'm just pissed off and idiot.
I just love everything.
I'm pissed off on 4 different platforms right
absolutely. I always go to the comments on news sites. I go to the comments first because I want to see how bad it is.
Oh, the comments will always show you the deterioration of the human race.
So good.
I've looked at some comments on some of like the Wicked posts.
Oh,
that
yeah.
people are making.
Oh, yeah, the worst.
It just shows me the.
I haven't even figured out why people are mad at Wicked yet. I haven't
It's
even
the people singing it wicked.
Yes.
Oh, is that what it is?
I was.
No, I don't think
I was.
so.
Some of it was that was kind of valid. There was a huge thing going around when that movie was coming
Yeah,
out.
I remember-
Don't sing in the theater.
They
do you feel
they
about
kicked
that?
a lady out of Phantom it was the stage production of Phantom.
Well,
they kicked her out of Phantom for singing. They asked her to stop like 3 times.
Well, apparently at Beetlejuice you can get a hand job and they'll let you stay.
Yeah.
Oh, and we said we weren't. And we said we weren't. Look at you.
That's not a political
That's not a
joke. That's
political
just making
joke.
fun of trashy people.
Yes.
It's not even politics.
Off the wagon 30 seconds after it. Come on.
Listen,
At
okay,
least
fine.
I own me.
That is true. That is true. That is true. Well, like in the movie theater scenario, we went to see Wicked last
Well, you're
week.
not disturbing a cast.
No,
Yeah,
not at all. You're just
but
disturbing
still.
that guy.
You're disturbing me.
Yeah.
Like I've had people sing along while I've been on stage. I had a lady. I was doing.
I love the blue hairs.
Oh my god!
Bless them.
I did a production of The Producers. Mel Brooks is the producer.
Oh yeah, love that one.
And right in the front row during the final number, we have a lady who's filming and singing along, but she's filming with the flashlight on.
Yes.
And now mind you, the theater we were doing it in was a small 180 seat theater, so you could see the faces of every human in that room. And I'm looking down during the finale of the final performance of the show, final song, and ladies filming at full blast from the front row and singing along. I've had people sing along when I've done music from Les Mis. It is just the worst. But in the movie theater, they're actually doing, I think, a Wicked. They're probably at least.
Wicked sing along.
Wicked sing along, which is fine.
Perfect.
When we went, it was almost a full room and nobody sang because AMC was like drilling it, and they had like a.
Well, why don't they just have singing and non-singing shows?
Right,
Yeah.
It's
exactly.
like I want to
which-
watch it the first time without anyone else singing.
Yeah,
and then I'll go with my friends and everybody gets drunk and sings along.
Yeah.
Amazing. And I would go to that. I think they're doing one on Christmas Day at AMC in Oldsmar, which I might go to for the fun of it.
You think they're trying to make it like the new Rocky Horror? Or,
That's what I
or
was
you think-
thinking too.
yeah.
Like, are we going to start throwing shit at the screen when certain people pop up?
Didn't they do that with the what was the Barnum one?
Oh, The Greatest Showman?
The Greatest Showman.
they
would do the
tried, I think.
Yeah.
No,
People were doing
liked
it. I don't know. I really don't like that one.
I hated that movie so much.
It just gives me an unsettling feeling the entire time. I'm just
So-
like, this is bad.
It was rough.
I watched it and I was like, God, this is just hot garbage. Like the songs are good, but I'm like, I hate it. And then the credits started rolling and people were like standing up and applauding. And I have never stood up and shunned a room. I was like, no.
No, I'm not
No.
doing
And
that.
then I realized, I'm like, oh my God,
I-
you're the asshole. Like you're absolutely.
I had like I
I
had like a very good friend show it to me, and she was like, "You're gonna love this because you like musicals. You're gonna love this." And I watched the whole thing. I was like, "I fucking hate
Because
this."
you like
But
musicals, you're gonna hate it.
I was staying at her house, so I was just like, "Oh yeah, that was okay. Yeah."
It has some. It's like I said, the music is wonderful.
The music is fine.
music-
and
I mean, yeah, of
I
course.
learned that a friend of mine who actually works in the sideshow circus community said that a lot of the people that were brought in were not like authentic sideshow circus people that they could have ended up hiring. There was a lot of weird hiring practices on that movie that apparently, I don't know, I haven't really done too much research into it. The guys who wrote like Dear Evan Hansen are the ones that wrote the music to this, which like some of their stuff is pretty good. Pasek and Paul, I think they did La La Land too. So a lot of good hits.
I still never watched that one.
Their songs are hit and miss for me. I like Dear Evan Hansen. It's like they do a lot of great music for horribly written shows.
Yeah.
Like just fucking bad
Music's
books.
good, book.
Yeah. Which is most things. Like if you
Music
really look at
10, book 3.
Yeah. Boom. That was a good one.
Yeah.
That could describe a lot of shows.
That's right.
Well, they just closed. It's about to the Tammy Faye musical on Broadway.
I was talking with a friend about that.
Found out about
I know
that.
it
was
opened
good,
and
though.
swiftly shut down. They have 2 weeks left.
Somebody I know saw it in London and said it was great.
I heard the London one was really good, and I heard the Broadway
this one was bad?
Yeah, but I mean, I won't be able to say
Fair
it, so I
enough.
can't judge. But
So it's chess.
basically,
I can do this all day, baby.
man, yeah.
Boom, boom.
well, chess has had like 10 different bad books.
Yeah.
But that's a rabbit hole.
Right now, I want to remind everybody that we're brought to you by the Carry Cart. I don't know if you guys know about this Carry Cart, but
Explain.
you play music, so you could use it. Real quick, I just want to say if you go to carrycart.com right now, that's Carry Cart with 2 Ks, and put in the code SP at checkout, you're going to get $20 off your first Carry Cart. Now, the Carry Cart is, don't get too excited, but it's a cart, it's a dolly, it's a trolley, and it's a stepladder. And it folds into all of those things, and then it folds conveniently into your closet or under your bed for storage.
It's a trolley.
It's a trolley and a dolly. I don't really know the difference between those two things. But it says that it's both those things.
Okay. I love it. I'm in.
It's
Carry cart.
It's
Carry
a convenient thing so that you can move all your amp and all your gear and everything. But then also when you go to put it up at home, it folds into a ladder and you can
dope.
store it somewhere. You know?
All right.
It has everything I could ever need.
Yeah.
Everything you could ever need. Use the code SP at checkout for $20 off. We're also brought to you by random-fandom.com. That's the official t-shirt shop of Something Planet. And remember to please subscribe on YouTube. We did hit our subscriber goal. I just got to make another subscriber goal now. And so appreciate all the subscribers. And please follow us on all socials. It's if you're listening right now and not actually watching, our Instagram handles, it's at JohnJSPlanet, at Burley Nathan, at Oh That Dave, and at Something Planet Podcast. All right. Moving along, my special is actually going to be screening at the Dunedin International Film Festival, closing out the festival.
Hell yeah.
Diff.
So, yeah, it's the Diff. They
Diff.
got mad at me because I made too many Diff jokes.
Yeah. Is it
like-
the Central Dunedin International? Is it C-Diff?
C Diff. No, Dunedin International Film Festival. Do you have anything in it this year?
Nope, nothing in it.
Nothing.
This year.
'Cause somebody I was talking to. Oh, I think it was Steven.
Oh, yeah.
Steven and David the Day have something.
Oh,
in
do
it.
they?
Yeah.
Okay, that
Yeah,
doesn't surprise
I think
me.
it was.
Yeah.
I think it was. I think David did sound for something, and it's
Oh,
like nominated.
it was Lauren.
Yes, that's what it was.
Yeah.
They
Oh,
talked
it
about
was,
it.
Mrs. Lovett when I did Sweeney Todd.
Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, they
great.
have something
She's
in the
awesome.
festival. I have something in the festival, and me and Brad Gilmore are hosting the awards gala. So
Nice.
please come out. It's always fun. We're doing it this year at the Hob Brewing, right on the trail there. Like
Oh,
the
yeah.
whole festival is going to take place just right there. They're going to show all the movies on that giant screen there. It's
Oh,
going to be
that's
awesome.
Nice. That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's really
so
cool.
I'm excited. Also, if you can't make it to an awards gala, you can check out my special Rhinoceros on Amazon Prime. So please watch that if you haven't already and review it.
Look at you getting that distro.
Gotta get the distro.
distro.
Gotta get the
That's
distro.
awesome. Like, that's a huge get. Like,
I mean, I think it is.
I can't. I got nothing on Amazon
I don't know.
Prime. I just want to say that. Like, it's badass.
Well, we're gonna get you something on Amazon.
pass.
Live in
I'm
the
good.
Something Planet studio in beautiful Montreal, Canada. From the team that brought you Are Racehorses Real and Girls Gone Golfing, this is Something Planet World News.
It's the section where we jump into some world news. It doesn't have to be anything too insane, but I did hear Mick Ribb is back Are you guys into McRib?
Finally.
Yes.
Finally, I haven't had one in 20 years.
You know specifically the last time you had one?
No, I mean, I think I was a child, probably.
Okay,
It was
all right.
probably, before I
You were a
was...
child in 2004?
No, I mean, close. How old do you think I am?
I don't know.
I'm only 41, damn it.
Oh,
No.
okay. Yeah. Yeah, you're fine.
No, I probably haven't had one since I was in middle school. I feel like people my age got served the McRib at like the middle school cafeteria once a week for 3 years.
Yeah.
And then we just never ate it again.
Oh, yeah. I could see
true.
that.
I think that's what happened because I haven't had one, but people online are talking about it like it's like Jesus Christ is coming back.
Every time I see it, like I saw where I live, and I live in Holiday, and the McDonald's had a sign that says "Mid-rib back 24 hours," and I'm like, is it only back for 24 hours, or is it back in 24 hours?
Or is it back 24 hours every day of the week?
The McRib
Like, can you get it at 4 a.m.?
Like, I hope so.
It is the best case. Like, if you're making a marketing case for us, artificial scarcity done perfect.
Yeah, it's a manipulation of like pork futures.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's the whole scam.
That's all it is. And every time I see it, I'm like, God damn it, they nail it. They're
They're really doing a good job manipulating these markets.
Yeah. It's so well done.
Yeah, because it used to be an everyday thing, right?
Yeah.
And then they were like, oh, if we just buy pork 3 seasons from now.
Yeah.
At this price, then we could sell these for $2 at like an 87% markup.
Mr. Valentine just made us $3 million.
I just don't get it. I mean, I know I look like a guy who could put them away, but I've never I don't.
You've never tried one?
No, and I have no interest.
It is like
Think like what a chicken nugget is.
yeah.
And now
It's pork
make
pink
that pork.
slime
That's
with
pork now.
Yeah, pork pink slime with barbecue sauce.
Oh, delicious.
With fake bones. Like
Oh yeah, have you ever
built
seen one?
into it,
No.
yeah.
So it's got fake bones in it. So
Okay,
it
so
looks
hold on. What's it made out of?
it's boneless.
Yeah.
But it looks like a half a rack of ribs.
Yeah.
And we're ingesting this.
Oh, yeah.
It looks like there's bones
Without
in it.
question.
But there is no bones
Zero
in it. You just
question.
bite right into
Yeah.
the fake bones. I'm
It's
glad
good.
we're all
So
learning
maybe
today.
the McRib should stay away.
Oh no.
Don't need to come back.
Nay. Exclusive.
Do you get those, Dave?
I'll eat anything.
We'll have to maybe we'll get one and then I have it on during the
Yeah.
show.
I will eat
That's a new bit
100-year-old
for the
egg
shows. The McRib is
and
back.
A McRib.
We're gonna do the taste challenge because
Yeah.
we can write the show. We can put whatever we want.
Yeah,
During the Dave and Nathan's Blue Christmas Cabaret, we'll eat a McRib in front of you.
That's like
That's for all the sploshers.
Yes.
if you ever wanted to watch 2 grown men in Santa hats eat ribs, fake ribs. Fake
I don't know if you
bones.
can hear the air quotes that
I don't
I'm
think you
putting
can legally
around.
call them ribs. Yeah, I mean that would be cool. What's it called now when people watch what people eat? It's called like
Mukbang.
mukbang.
Mukbang,
Yeah, that's a
yeah,
mukbang.
I saw that word recently and I'm like,
Oh, it's
that is
rough.
a horrible word.
I don't
I
like
used to-
I don't like that word at all.
don't like it
I
at
used
all.
to do fast food social media, and let me tell you,
Right.
oh, there's so much mukbang you
There
get
was-
tagged in.
I somehow got roped into this. I don't know if it's the algorithm on Instagram found it for me or whatever, but this kid was eating nothing but chicken cordon bleus from the Costco food court every day for 30 days.
No.
And he nearly died. Yeah. He felt very, very ill.
Yeah.
That's just a great headline. Has this
He
every day.
nearly died.
Nearly died.
Yeah.
He was on the edge of dying.
Yeah, he was
Would
very
one more
sick.
have done it?
Oh my goodness.
We'll never know. He quit.
Thank God he pulled back.
And you'll notice that they don't call it the McPork. No. They call it like everything's got a rib. You can call it a McRib.
Yeah, nothing has a rib at McDonald's, but we have a McRib.
But they can
There's
say
no
like,
rib.
yeah, it's rib meat. They're not saying what gave the rib meat, but technically it is rib meat.
It came off of some kind of ribs.
Yeah.
You can't say it without air quoting it.
Yeah.
You really,
like chicken
really can't.
ribs, some cow ribs.
Like the
some pork-
McDonald's is the place that I'm gonna go to when there ain't shit left.
Yeah.
Like I'm driving home after a gig or something. I'm like, well, Checkers is closed. Can't do that.
Yeah.
Guess it's a pink, nasty chicken night.
Moving on to second bear scam story in as many episodes. We had one last episode. A man told 911 a bear chased him off a cliff. Weeks later, he was arrested for murder. So that's
That's the natural progression of
that's
those
the
things.
natural.
A bear chased him off a cliff.
or someone else.
Okay.
In mid-October, a man called police in eastern
Oh, he
Tennessee
pretended to be
claiming a
somebody.
bear had chased him off of a cliff.
Okay.
But authorities arrived on the scene to find the body of a different man, sparking a multi-state manhunt for the caller that ended with his arrest and charges of murder this weekend.
So he tried to fake his own death after murdering a dude
I
by
guess
saying a bear chased him off a cliff?
So I guess he pushed a dude off the cliff, said that a bear chased him and he was in trouble, and then tried to disappear himself.
I mean, honestly, for what is
Almost
clearly an
worked.
on-the-spot made-up plan, it's not the worst one.
It's not the worst plan.
But you got to really mangle that body.
I hope they adopt this into a Hallmark movie. That sounds like a great plot.
The Christmas bear.
The Christmas bear. Barely Christmas.
Barely. Okay, that's the better title. Barely Christmas. Let's see
It's
what
barely
happened in the
Christmas
woods.
at the bottom.
The Monroe County Sheriff's Office says a distressed hiker called 911 shortly before midnight on October 18th, claiming to be a Mr. Brandon Anderade. He advised the dispatcher that, okay, so the scam was he was pretending to be
Be the
this
guy, yeah.
that he murdered.
I died.
I'm so hurt from a bear.
A bear, and then I jumped, and now.
And then he called in as the bear.
Yeah, I killed this guy. I confess.
Lawyer.
He advised the dispatcher that he had fallen off a cliff while running from a bear. It said, adding that the call came from near a bridge on the Cherahalla Skyway, a 43-mile national scenic byway in Teleco Plains. The distress caller claimed that he was injured and partially in the water. Yeah, sure you are, buddy.
You know the irony of it is if he hadn't called,
Might have got away with
he
it.
probably
Yeah.
could have gotten away with it.
Yeah, cops are kind of stupid, but like this isn't going to work.
Yeah.
He didn't workshop the story very well. He
Yeah,
should have asked
and it was
some of
also
his
like
friends.
like this isn't the phone that was in his pocket. This is
Yeah.
a completely different phone number.
Oh, it's one of those things like once you're presented with a problem, sometimes the best response is just to do nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't do anything. But the human nature you want to fix it.
Gotta
You want to be
fix-
like, no, I got to make it better.
I would hate to be in an improv sketch with this guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He'd be saying no to things.
No, I'm the bear. No. I'm the bear, and I was killed by the bear.
Yes. That
Here's some
seems-
fun consumerism things. I don't know how much I want to go into these. Like,
Okay.
let's see, puffer onesie. We got cannabis plush toys.
Oh, man. Nothing says drug testing.
Wait, what's a puffer onesie?
It's like a puffy jacket, but it's a onesie. Yeah, it's like you're a little baby wearing pajamas. Yeah.
Like puffer onesie does sound like a kink. That's why
I want to
make
wear one of
sure.
those on my way to a McRib.
Yes.
We got let's see, kiss my asshole Santa ugly Christmas
Love it.
sweater. I like
Love
that. Pants you could pee in. I think that's
I
for
mean,
women.
all pants are pants you can pee
Yeah,
in.
you
if you're
can
brave
pee in
enough.
all your
Those are
pants.
called
They're
pants.
just pants.
See, we got customized. I don't even know if I want to talk about these. Are two. I try to click on this list every year, and it just gets dumber and dumber every
The
year.
puffer onesie is pants you can pee in.
Yeah,
I'm
you
just
can pants
saying,
in-
like, most
pee
of
in
these
all the
things are pants you can pee in.
Tequila wrapped in Santa pants. You guys could use this for the
Pants
show.
you can pee in.
Pants
Also,
you-
pants you can pee in. When you're drunk enough, you can
That's
pee in
right.
all pants. Poinsettia ones.
Pants you
Okay,
can
so
pee in.
hold on a second. Go to the. I want to see this. This girl probably went through 4 years of theater school.
Yep.
And she's like, I got a gig for you, but trust me, you may not like it. It's the poinsettia girl. I love it.
Yeah. I actually had a friend of mine, she did wig modeling.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. It was one of the gigs she got while she was in LA. And every once in a while, or she did the costume thing.
Right.
So I will see her randomly on like costume boxes
Oh yeah, I
in
see.
perpetuity.
That's great.
Yeah.
Like, she's
It's
like-
a good gig.
She's got her bio in her playbill.
Yep,
It's like,
yeah.
most recently seen in Our Town and Fiddler on the Roof.
Yeah.
You can also see her as a
At
poinsettia.
the Spirit Halloween store.
Dude, I mean, she got paid for
Get
it.
that
Like,
money, though.
It's a
Yeah,
gig.
I-
It's absolutely a gig.
Residuals are great.
A poinsettia plant.
I've done.
The costume, if your dog eats it, it'll still die.
It's actually made from poinsettias.
It's real poinsettia.
That's right.
How about pickle flavored toothpaste?
Nope.
So no, even I have limits.
Pioneer DJ control. Okay, that's not even that weird. I think that's just sponsored.
Yeah, I think that's
I'll
just,
take one.
I'm like, that sounds good.
Gingerbread
Wait.
house costume. Let's see, jockstrap candle based on Odell Beckham's torso.
Oh, that's
got real specific.
Oddly specific.
Very, very
Tell you,
specific
the
item.
V is in.
V-
That's it.
All right,
What else
let's
we got?
let's
Pants
talk about.
you can pee in. All these are pants you can pee in.
Grinch was that a Grinch inspired bong?
That's gonna have to be the name of the episode now. Pants you can pee in.
Pants you can pee in.
Gingerbread. All right, let's move on to some holiday movies before we get out of here.
My
right.
favorite.
Are you all big fans of holiday movies?
Absolutely. I used to work in a Blockbuster.
Okay, so you are.
Yes, you definitely
I did.
I love how everybody that has worked in a Blockbuster says that like it's like they went to film school. Like,
Yes. You know what? It is like that though, because you'll
they
never
always say
find
like,
a
"Well,
mo-
I worked in Blockbuster."
Yeah, you'll never find a more pretentious film dork
Right.
than somebody that worked at a Blockbuster.
Yeah.
Because we literally just walked around and said, no, that ain't it for you.
Well, you could definitely add like manager at a Blockbuster to your resume now, and nobody's
Nobody's going to know, yeah.
You could say I was a manager there for 10
I
years.
was district
Yeah.
manager.
You were
District
8?
manager.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was really far ahead of my time. So I already talked about Hot Frosty a little bit, but I'll go ahead and I'll rate that one. As far as Christmas movies go, I'm gonna give that a 7 out of 10 because it was stupid, but it was kind of in the Hallmark vein, but it was Netflix, so they got to be a little dirtier with it. That's what I liked about it. It
I
wasn't-
didn't. I thought this was an actual Hallmark.
No,
movie.
it's
This
starring.
is a Hallmark-esque.
It's Hallmark. It's starring like people that have done a
Right.
lot of Hallmark movies. And I think the writers and the director have also done a lot of Hallmark movies, but it is not Hallmark
It's a
brand.
Hallmark pastiche.
Craig Robinson is in it.
Yeah, Craig
shit.
Robinson, Joe Latruglio
yeah.
are both in it. They're both from Reno, or not Reno 911, Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
Yep.
And
Lacey Chabert. Wasn't she in Mean Girls?
she's from Mean Girls.
she
That's what
Gretchen?
she's from.
All right. It's on my list now.
No,
Yeah.
well, they kind of fucked her over hard this year because we
Yeah.
watched that movie, and then they had the king and queen of Hallmark Christmas movies on a float in the Macy's parade. Wasn't her.
Yep.
It was some girl I'd never even seen before. They were like, "Fuck you! You went to Netflix. You're not on this float anymore."
Lacey Chabert sounds like something sexy you put on before you go to bed and fuck.
Pardon me while I put on my lacy Chabert.
my Lacey Chabert. Honey, I put on the Lacey Chabert.
It's your birthday.
Hey, come on.
The other one I watched, so yeah, I'll give that one a 7 out of 10. The other one I watched is the new Jack Black Christmas movie called.
Oh, the Satan one.
Yes, it's called Dear Santa.
Oh, so I saw the preview for that recently, and
So
I
it's-
thought it was AI generated, but it's real?
No, it's a real movie. It's
Wow.
about a kid that has dyslexia, undiagnosed dyslexia, and he goes to write a letter to Santa, but he accidentally writes a letter to Satan. And so Satan is like, "Wow, I never got a letter at Christmas before," and so he wants to steal this kid's soul. So he gives him 3 wishes to improve his life, and it kind of
Hijinks.
ensues from there. Yeah,
Yeah.
Is it like streamable now, or is it?
yeah, it's on Paramount. I just saw it because I was watching. Yeah, I was watching the Thanksgiving Day parade, and they kept advertising Paramount Plus for like $2 for 2 months, and I was like, you know what, I'm gonna give it a try,
Yeah.
and
Yeah,
it
why
had
not?
that on there, and I don't know. I think this one might be one of my favorite Christmas movies in recent memory. Honestly,
Wow.
Yeah, it does sound like it looked
it's
like...
heartfelt and funny.
Yeah. But like
And-
Jack Black in that kind of unhinged, like just
Yeah.
go play. Like go be bad and go
Yeah, just go
play.
be weird, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I gotta check this movie out because I've
Yeah.
been seeing the previews for it, and I'm like, "This is real."
Is this real? Yeah,
and
it's
You know what? In this day and age, anything can be
Yeah.
real. I don't expect anything to
Right.
like. I'm not surprised anymore. So yeah, let's do it.
I'm honestly surprised this wasn't in theaters because I mean Jack Black's a big star.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
But then as soon as I watched it, it did have kind of like that Hallmark style cinematography.
Yeah.
It's like a little bit lower budget than the
They
normal
spent like
movies.
$5 million on this movie. $4 million was.
I mean,
Jack
they
Black.
didn't-
4
probably
million
wanna
goes
run it-
right into his pocket. Yeah.
He didn't really want to run it next to Gladiator,
Yeah.
Wicked, this movie. Like,
Yeah.
Actually, that makes a lot of sense.
because they probably were like, let's not really like let's
Yeah.
let's get the people at home who don't want to go to the theater and listen to people sing fucking Defying Gravity. Let's get them in.
So you saw Wicked. Did you see it, Dave?
I have not. No.
You have not. So what did you think? You're a big fan.
Yes, so
We
I've
talked about it a little bit.
Yeah,
But
so I've being a theater person, obviously followed that musical from its
What?
original days. I know.
My pearls.
I know. God, who would have known? I was around during the days when that musical went against Avenue Q for Best Musical
Oh,
of
yep,
the year
yep, yep.
it came out, and it
Right.
lost to Avenue Q. So I saw this meme that went out that said like the highest grossing movie musical of all time is Avenue Q. No, but which they should.
I'm surprised they never made that into a movie.
I am too. Like they could shoot it.
It was so popular.
It was. They could shoot it the same way that they do Sesame Street. It would still be amazing.
Yeah, absolutely.
Wicked
Just get Jim Henson's company to make the movie. And
Perfect.
Done.
Well, it was funny. One of the original guys who was in the cast of Avenue Q was a part of the Jim Henson Company as well, and designed quite a few for like Muppets Christmas Carol. But anyway, I'm such a nerd. But yeah, no, Wicked was
and
great.
that's fine here. Okay.
Good, yay. Usually when I start speaking like that, people are like, "Sir, this is a Wendy's, please."
Sure.
But yeah, no, Wicked was awesome, and I had been watching the hype and following it along, and like I'm a huge Cynthia Erivo fan. Oh, she's so her voice blows.
She's very powerful.
My ass.
Yeah.
And I've never been much of an Ariana Grande fan. Like her music is not really what I'm into. So I was like,
Right.
I'll give her a shot. I wasn't going to shoot her down immediately because she did get her start on Broadway. So
I didn't know that.
Yeah, she was in a musical called 13, which was written by a guy named Jason Robert Brown. He did shows like The Last 5 Years and Parade and all those. But he wrote 13. It was for kids, and she was in that on Broadway. And she's probably done some other stuff too. But she wants to go back to Broadway now because of how impactful this movie was.
Yeah.
But no, she was great. I thought Cynthia was awesome. You got Jeff Goldblum, which was when they announced he was going to be in the movie, it got me.
He's a great bad guy.
And he's a very good musician. So
Well,
that
he's an
adds to it.
amazing jazz piano player.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, really? I had no idea.
Chops.
He has an entire
I had no
album.
idea.
You have to look it up. I can't remember what it's called, but it's a really funky name. But Jeff Goldblum on Spotify, his live jazz album will pop up. I think he did a song with Sarah Silverman too.
Like he's really,
Okay.
very, very good.
Yeah.
And
I
so
love jazz piano, so I'm gonna have to give it a shot.
he is incredible, and I think he does a little bit of that in the movie too. So I don't want to spoil it too much. But,
all right. Cool.
But he's definitely himself. It was a very well done movie. The production value was awesome. We watched a lot of like the building of this movie, and it made me happy to think that possibly there might be a new turnover now for movie musicals being produced with large Hollywood budgets. Because this one, I think it was like $150 million budget. They've already made $190 on the whole thing.
Oh, all right.
And this is only the first half. There's the second part 2 coming out next
that's
year.
right.
Oh,
They only
is-
did up until Act 1 ends.
Oh, really? I didn't know that.
Yep, so-
okay, so they're gonna make a shit ton of money.
Oh, they're going to
with
make $1
this.
billion easily
Yeah,
on this movie.
yeah.
But they know they've been threatening a Wicked movie for years.
I'm honestly surprised they haven't until now. I mean, I'm glad they did now because it just like from the scenes that I've seen, it looks fantastic. You know, I think 20 years ago when this was really popular on Broadway, I think they probably would have fucked it up.
It would have been. They did a lot of practical sets mixed with CGI.
That's
which I
the
was very
best.
happy.
Yeah, that's the best way to go, I think.
And they wanted to do good by the theater kids, so nothing got cut, no songs got cut, which is great.
well, if you're gonna do two, then
Yeah,
you might as well. You can't
include
cut
them all.
anything. Yeah.
And I heard that
Which
they're
is the
adding-
smart way, honestly, yeah.
Right. When they cut certain songs out of movie musicals, people are like, "Well, fuck you then." If you're a loyalist to that
Yeah.
show.
I'm looking at you, Sweeney Todd.
Yeah.
Or
Yes,
they'll cut one and then add another one that no one asked
Yeah.
for.
Yep.
Well, but they do that for Oscar contention.
Right, to get an original
Yep,
song or
yep,
whatever. Exactly.
Like, you don't need it. Like Sweeney Todd, the character that I played in the musical, they cut all the singing.
Yeah, all of
In
it.
the movie.
Yeah. And Anthony Small is amazing.
He is.
Too.
Yes.
Ugh.
But
So
anyway,
mad.
yeah,
Sorry.
no, Wicked was good. I would give it probably a 9 out of 10.
9 out of 10.
Wow.
High on a movie.
All right. And you're a snub.
And I am a
you're a bitchy
gigantic
little snub.
fucking
Yeah,
snub.
yeah.
Especially when it comes to music.
No, for
that's
sure.
Yeah.
That's a hard 9 to get.
Yeah, that's a
I
very
really
hard-
want to
Okay.
emphasize, like,
If I had
I'm
a nickel,
shocked.
Dave, if I had a nickel.
Yeah, that's a hard 9 to get.
Yeah, cool.
So before we get out of here, favorite Christmas movie of all time? Yeah, because we kind of glossed over it.
I can give you. I'll give you the pretentious answer,
Okay.
and then I'll give you like my favorite.
Okay.
My favorite Christmas movie of all time will always be Scrooged.
Scrooged.
I love.
That's what I'm gonna say.
Scrooged. Scrooged is just, and it's this.
Well, I love Dickens, and I love
Yes.
this version of A Christmas Carol. Yeah.
Yeah. The pretentious answer is there's this movie about the World War I Christmas armistice called Joyeux Noël.
Okay.
And it was this like joint European production, and it's gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous.
Is that about what Bellawood, where they put down their guns and
Yeah.
exchange gifts in
Yeah,
the
they-
field?
Yeah, they play football.
They teach us about that in Marine Corps boot camp.
Yeah.
Nice.
And it's really cool from like a linguistic standpoint because all the Germans are German actors, all the French are French actors. So you're not getting anybody trying to pretend to like nail an accent. They're just speaking the language.
Nice.
Gorgeous movie.
I'm just not. Yeah, they're speaking the language and not understanding each other. Like it would have actually been. Yeah.
It's this very under the radar movie that I think people should watch, and it's pretty cool. But yeah, Scrooge kind of fucks. I do like fucking
solid.
Scrooge. Yeah.
What do you think?
Oh man, I'll have to say probably Elf. Like it's just such a stupid, funny, goofy comedy to watch, and I'm just happy to do it. And we watched it a bunch when I was growing up with my family, so that was always good. But also Muppet Christmas Carol is pretty high up there too.
I do love Muppet.
Muppet Christmas Carol. Muppet anything is great. So
Anytime the Muppets take on a movie, it's going to become my favorite. Like they just did the Muppets Haunted Mansion.
I haven't seen that
Disney.
one.
So good. Like they did a brand new Haunted Mansion movie with all these effects,
New plot and everything?
and it sucked. I'm like, just let the Muppets do it. The Muppets Haunted
the
Mansion
Eddie
was
Murphy
amazing.
one. Oh no, you're not the Eddie Murphy one.
Eddie Murphy one's from 20
that
years
was the
ago.
other one before
Yeah.
that. They did the other one.
They just did another one with like Danny DeVito
Yep.
and Owen Wilson and all
Yep.
that, and it was okay. But the Muppets, if they take anything,
Yeah.
like it'll become my favorite thing because you've got all these Muppets.
should have been
and then
Danny
one-
DeVito and the Muppets. Come on,
Done.
let's just give us that.
Perfect.
Every time.
We need it. They're all the same height. Like it's great.
Wait, so you're a big Muppet nerd, right?
I am.
All right, have you seen Puppet Up?
I have not.
Okay, so this beautiful piece of trivia. Brian Henson, one of the first couple of things he did after kind of like splitting away and like divesting from it is he made this Muppet improv comedy troupe called Puppet Up. And it was a true improv, like Whose Line type of show with actual like Muppet.
Oh, that's
I mean, not
amazing.
officially branded Muppet.
Sure.
Obviously, he sold that. Performers with a
similar
host
enough.
and everything, where they like shoot from like the camera up, and they shot probably like 6 or 7 episodes worth. You can find it on YouTube.
All right.
You would absolutely fucking love it.
All right.
And it's like a dirty
Puppet
enough.
Up.
Puppet Up, yeah.
I gotta
And
check
they
it
do
out.
absolutely rhyme that in a song with "Fuck It Up."
Perfect. I mean, why
You
not?
have to, right?
Yeah.
So besides the 12th, do we have any other shows you guys want to talk about before we get out of here? Or are you just pumping that one?
I think that's really it. You can follow me online. I play at a Cocktail in downtown St. Pete
Okay.
on certain Thursday nights. Actually, this coming up Thursday night's one of them where they do what's called the Big Gay Sing Along, and they bring out this piano and I'll play for 4 hours straight, and people can come and they can request songs. And
Okay.
sing. This time it's going to be kind of like Christmas themed, so I'll do that. But
It's going to be wicked themed.
It's gonna
I don't
be
wanna-
so- my
I don't want
God.
to spoil this for
Shit.
you.
It's going to be all wicked.
well, I'm
whole
gonna
night.
I'm gonna put a thing out in front of the piano. Like if you want a Wicked song, you got to put $5 in my tip jar.
Yes.
Oh,
make
that's
it a 20.
smart.
Make it a
Make
20.
it-
Make it a 20.
I had one guy. This is a side story. Is he loved Jekyll and Hyde so much? Like was such.
That's
huge
how the
Jekyll
guys
and
in
Hyde.
New Orleans are like their crests are at this QR code. Right
Exactly. Yeah, scan it.
Yeah.
And this guy's like, I'll pay you $20 if you do a song from Jekyll and Hyde. And luckily, I had a friend there, our friend Jessica, who was singing with me that week, and she knew all the Jekyll and
Yeah.
Hyde songs. I'm like, do one. The guy was so excited that he came back over during the song and said, "Here's another one, and here's another." He dropped $120 into
Oh, yeah.
my bucket for one song. So you never know the kind of
Yeah.
people that you're going to play
Yeah.
for that just want to hear that one damn thing, and they will give you all their money. Yeah, that goes a little crazy, but yeah, I'm doing that and some other stuff coming up in the new year. So just follow along and
I got nothing.
until you're asked to do something
Yeah.
like this.
Every once in a while, like, man, I love gigging, but I also love not gigging.
Yeah,
Like,
I feel it.
So I'm picky as hell in my old age.
Yeah, well, that's what I always say. It's like it's either got to pay well, it's got to be really fun,
Yeah.
or my friends have to be doing it.
Yeah, yeah,
Like,
yeah. That's
and then
basically it.
if it's one or all of those things, then it's like, okay, I'm in.
Yeah, yeah.
And that's why we thought this show we're doing, if you go to aspirationswinery.com, I think it's /Christmas or / I don't know the /. Anyway, it's
It's a slash.
/Christmas.
Just make sure the slashes match.
Yeah, there it is. If the slashes match, you're
Yeah.
good. But you'll be able to see, and based on the people who I've seen who bought tickets, it's going to be a crazy night.
Yeah.
It's going to
Yeah.
be so much fun.
Someone's getting punched in the face.
But we,
That's not true. I'm
since
sorry.
we're comfortable with each other and we've done, lots of different things on stage, it'll just be a great night for us to experiment.
I'm excited about this.
Me too. Me too.
And I'm excited for you, the listening viewer.
The
at
listening
home.
viewer, because there's still a few tickets left, so make sure
Yeah.
you go to aspirationswinery.com. You'll be able to find it on there and purchase your tickets. If not, can you purchase day of, or will it
yeah,
be
you can
sold
purchase
out
day
by
of.
then?
Yep, we will. If we don't sell out by then, we will have GAs available at the door.
Okay.
They can seat about 110 people in there. So
Okay, so
we're getting close.
I don't
so-
know. Don't wait. Don't
do not
wait.
wait.
Just get your ticket. That's what I keep telling everybody. This other room that I'm running, because I'm turning away like 6 people every single month at Jack Polino's. The next one coming up is December 7th. I have Catherine Maloney headlining, and she's fantastic. Ricky Hicken is featuring. It's a great lineup, but tickets are going fast now, so go to jackpolinos.com, or you could just call Jack Polino's, or just walk in there and ask for a ticket, and they will sell you one. And
They are amazing. So I've
Yeah,
only
they're
recently
great.
been going there. Their pizza is so
It's so good, right? I'm
Oh my
addicted
God.
Where's this at?
Dunedin.
downtown
Jack
Dunedin,
Polino's?
it's Jack Polino. It's from the same people that own Cara Cara.
Oh, okay.
And they had Taco Baby at one point.
All right.
So it's, but I don't know. I'm not like a guy that usually eats crusts, but when I go to this place, I eat every single fucking bite of the pizza. It's so
All right.
I
damn
think I
good.
might end up there tonight. Not gonna lie.
Yeah,
It's such
I
a
was
good
I was
place.
just there yesterday. I was like, I'm gonna check on ticket sales, babe. Also, let's get a pizza.
Yeah, why not?
All right. Well, thank you all so much for coming in. Remember, follow at John J.S. Planet, at Burley Nathan, at Oh That Dave, and at Something Planet Podcast. We appreciate you guys coming in and being a good guest.
Thanks for having us. It was fun.
Yeah, you're a
Appreciate
fucking
you
badass.
inviting me on to the show, because this is going to be super fucking fun. And I appreciate all the subscribers and listeners on YouTube, Spotify, and all that other stuff. Please follow us on all social media for all of our content that we got coming out, and have a great night.
Peace.